Today I am reviewing the NVIDIA Jetson AGX Orin 64GB developer kit. If at any time you'd like to explore this product for yourself and grab it at a great price, be sure to check the links below the video. In real use, the most striking thing about the Jetson AGX Orin is how effortlessly it handles workloads that would normally require a dedicated workstation or multiple GPUs. With up to 275 TOPS of AI performance, it doesn't just run models, it runs them concurrently, smoothly, and without the kind of compromises developers usually expect on embedded platforms. Complex pipelines involving computer vision, sensor fusion, and inference can operate at the same time without the system feeling strained. Whether you're deploying object detection alongside tracking and depth estimation, or combining vision with natural language processing, the board consistently feels like it has headroom to spare. The 64GB of memory is a massive advantage in practice. It fundamentally changes how you approach model design and experimentation. Large transformer-based models, high-resolution video streams, and multi-camera setups become feasible without aggressive optimization just to fit memory constraints. This freedom allows you to prototype closer to production reality instead of constantly downsizing models for the sake of the hardware. The ability to emulate other Jetson Orin modules also makes this developer kit especially valuable because you can develop once and then validate performance targets across different deployment tiers without switching hardware. Connectivity and I/O are another area where the Jetson AGX Orin feels purpose-built rather than stripped down. Ethernet, USB, and DisplayPort are all readily available, and in practice this means you can connect cameras, sensors, displays, storage devices, and networking equipment without fighting limitations. For robotics and autonomous systems, this matters more than raw compute because real systems live and die by how well they integrate with the physical world. The board handles multi-sensor inputs confidently, and latency remains low even as complexity increases. What truly elevates the Jetson AGX Orin experience, though, is the software ecosystem. Jetson doesn't exist in isolation. It runs on NVIDIA's full AI software stack, and that stack is where development speed really accelerates. Frameworks like Isaac for robotics, DeepStream for vision AI, and Riva for speech and conversational AI are not just libraries, they are production-oriented tools that drastically reduce the time between idea and deployment. Instead of stitching together open-source components and hoping they behave well on embedded hardware, you're working within an ecosystem designed to scale from prototype to product. Synthetic data generation using Omniverse Replicator is another real-world advantage. For teams dealing with edge cases, rare scenarios, or expensive data collection, being able to generate high-quality synthetic datasets directly aligned with your deployment environment is a major productivity boost. Combined with the NVIDIA TEO toolkit, which allows you to fine-tune pre-trained models from the NGC catalog, the Jetson AGX Orin enables an end-to-end workflow that feels cohesive rather than fragmented. You train, optimize, deploy, and iterate within a single ecosystem, and that cohesion shows in day-to-day development. Performance consistency is also worth highlighting. The board doesn't just benchmark well, it behaves predictably under sustained load. Long-running inference tasks, continuous video processing, and real-time robotics workloads maintain stable performance without thermal surprises or throttling that can derail testing. This reliability makes it much easier to trust results during development, especially when validating systems that need to run continuously in production environments. Another underrated strength of the Jetson AGX Orin is the surrounding partner ecosystem. From camera vendors to carrier board manufacturers and system integrators, there's a mature support network around Jetson that reduces friction when moving beyond the developer kit. That means fewer unknowns when transitioning from lab prototype to deployed product, which is often where ambitious AI projects fail. Ultimately, the NVIDIA Jetson AGX Orin 64GB developer kit is not about experimentation for its own sake. It's about building tomorrow's AI systems today, using hardware and software that are already aligned with production realities. It offers workstation-class AI performance in an embedded form factor, backed by one of the most advanced AI software ecosystems available. For developers working on robotics, autonomous machines, advanced perception systems, or multimodal AI at the edge, this kit doesn't just enable development, it reshapes what's realistically possible in that space, and it does so with the confidence and depth you would expect from NVIDIA.